Welcome everyone to the first pay-per-view of this new WWE era. The Cult Universe is fully underway, and welcome to Backlash Philly! We are live here from the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we have a huge night in store for the WWE Universe tonight. I'm Michael Cole here with my colleagues Booker T and Wade Barrett, and we have so much in store tonight at Backlash. We have stories unfolding, we will have champions being crowned, and we will have new beginnings being started tonight. I couldn't have said it better myself, Cole. We have a lot going on tonight. We have a self-proclaimed champion who is going to have to step into the Elimination Chamber. We have two sets of brothers competing to become the first tag team champions on the SmackDown brand. And Wade, let's not forget we got that Teddy Long tournament final happening tonight where we are going to crown the first WWE Champion of this new era. Oh my, it's going to be crazy. And the anticipation, the energy overall is running wild here in the Wells Fargo Arena. It sounds like the fans are about to blow the roof off this place. They are ready for some action. Let's head down to the ring for our opening match. And Chad Gable looking to become the illustrious first Cruiserweight Championship since that title has been reinstated on the SmackDown brand by Teddy Long. He has issued an open challenge to anybody in the back who thinks he can beat him for that Cruiserweight Championship. Let's see who's going to answer the call. What? No! Holy... It's Rey Mysterio! Rey Mysterio is back! And you can see Chad Gable over by our announce table. He is going crazy. He did not expect one of the greatest cruiserweights in this entire industry to be his opponent tonight. And that cruiserweight title is on the line. Chad Gable is stunned. He can't believe that Rey Mysterio, we haven't seen him in years. And he is ready to reclaim that Cruiserweight Championship. Here we go. Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title, and they start with the lockup. And I have to say, Rey looks like he is in great shape. The last time we saw him, he went down with a devastating knee injury. And it looks like Chad Gable is backed into a corner. Rey looks good. He's ready to win that Cruiserweight title. And Chad Gable taking a cheap shot at Rey. Chad Gable is definitely in more ring shape. Maybe we're going to see some ring rust from Rey Mysterio. He has been a minute since we've seen him in action here in the WWE, but he looks great right now. He's firing on all cylinders. Rey Mysterio with some leg kicks to Chad Gable. We're going to see a kick to the stomach. Rey throwing punches. He's going to send Chad Gable into the ropes, and a big leg kick. Chad Gable goes down. Rey Mysterio off the ropes. Chad Gable with a big reversal. Sends Rey Mysterio into the ropes and comes back with a big suplex. And the crowd is solemnly behind Rey Mysterio. Anytime he gets some offense and you hear the crowd explode, they do not want Chad Gable to be walking around even more confident than he already is with a Cruiserweight title around his waist. Rey Mysterio with a big punch to the gut. He goes up, and a big Rana by Rey Mysterio goes for the cover. 1, and a kick out by Chad Gable. Rey Mysterio calling Chad Gable up. Oh, he's going to the ropes. And a big drop kick off the top rope by Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, the master of this innovative offense that we see so many people use. So many people have modeled their in-ring offense off of Rey Mysterio, and you just see exactly why. Rey Mysterio, he's still got it. Rey Mysterio gonna get sent into the steel steps, and you see Chad Gable. He's happy about it. This is probably exactly where Chad Gable wanted to take this, because Rey Mysterio looks like he is on another level right now. And Chad Gable gonna toss him into those steel barricades. And you mentioned, Cole, while this match started, that it looked like Chad Gable was a little frustrated. But you see, the ref is counting. He might get this count-out win, and then what happens? Since there's no champion, and oh my God, Mysterio's back in, and a big drop kick. I, on the other hand, think Chad Gable is happy with the competition. But right now, he's in trouble. He's dialing up. Gable on the ropes. Rey Mysterio, oh, and Gable catches him. And Mysterio gets sent down. I think Chad Gable is excited for the competition. And he's working on those legs of Mysterio. Smart offense by Mysterio. He's going after the weak spot, and you know Gable wants to soften that up for the ankle lock eventually. I don't think it's as easy as saying that Chad Gable is scared or didn't want to fight Rey Mysterio. I think it's just a matter of surprise. And I mean, I know that the whole point of a Chad Gable open invitational is that he didn't know who he was going to be fighting, but I can tell you that he could have prepared for a lot of people. I don't think Rey Mysterio was on his list. And Mysterio sends Gable into the corner. He's going to flip him around. Big elbow to the back. He's going to flip him back around. And Rey Mysterio head to the top rope. And he's going to throw Gable up over his head. He's going to go for the cover. 1. And a kick out at 1 by Gable. And Mysterio calling Chad Gable up once again. He's got Gable up over his shoulders. And we're going to limit a snake eyes to Chad Gable. Mysterio over the top. And a little tope over the top rope. 1. And Chad Gable with another kick out at 1. And Chad Gable over the top. Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio with a big knee to the chest. He's got to get Chad Gable back in that ring. Big leg kicks. And a big run out of the outside by Rey Mysterio. And obviously this is not a debut match for Rey Mysterio, but I mean, you can't help but be impressed by this. He has been off the table for years. He's been out of action, rehabbing that knee. Chad Gable, oh my God, he's got Rey Mysterio up. Oh my goodness, those legs landed right on the steps. Rey Mysterio's knees right on the steps. Where's Gable going? Gable is going to the top. Moonsault to the outside by Chad Gable. And you see him working on the legs of Rey Mysterio. He smashed both of them into that steel step, and then with a giant moonsault, Chad Gable might fully be in control now. And I know there's a lot of things to talk about how we think of Chad Gable, but I think one thing he doesn't want to do is leave anybody asking any questions about the validity of him beating Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight Championship. He wants to get it done in the ring. Mysterio out of the way of Chad Gable. Mysterio. Oh, Gable catches him with a DDT. Looks like Mysterio might have been trying to dial it up again after Gable reversed it earlier in the match, and he's going to get a DDT for his troubles. Mysterio back up. Into a DDT of his own. He's going to go for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Chad Gable. And Rey Mysterio running. He's going to go for a diving drop kick right into the groin of Chad Gable. And he's over on this other side of the apron. He's calling Chad Gable up. Mysterio springboard into a Rana. Chad Gable crawling to the corner. Very pivotal moment in the match. Rey Mysterio with a scoop slam. And he's going to the top. Gable's up. Oh, and he dials it up. Rey Mysterio going back to the top. Rey Mysterio, frog splash to Chad Gable. Could this be it? 1, 2. Gable kicks out at 2.5. And Rey Mysterio got Gable up in a perch position. Gable, big reversal. Another reversal by Rey. Big right hand. Gable gonna send Mysterio over the top rope. And a stunner to the ropes. Rey Mysterio to the outside. Thank you by Chad Gable. He is loving every moment of this. Getting to shine in the opener of Backlash against a living legend, a WWE Hall of Famer. And both men are knocked out outside of the ring. They're giving it all they've got. Rey Mysterio, how much are those knees going to hold up until Chad Gable starts focusing on it? We haven't seen him go for the ankle lock yet. We got to wonder if he's just letting it wait. If we're just going to wait and see it, he's going to work on those knees until he feels like it's time. Mysterio is up. Mysterio, double stops to Chad Gable. Gable's up. Gable with a head scissors. He's got Mysterio up. And here it is. He waited long enough. He's got the ankle lock, but Mysterio smartly holding that bottom ring rope. Gable going to the top rope. He's calling Mysterio up. Mysterio. And a big missile drop kick by Gable. Mysterio, the ring smarts. He gets out of the ring. And Chad Gable, Mysterio rolls through, off of the ropes. Big drop kick by Rey Mysterio. What a maneuver by Mysterio. Mysterio climbs to the top. Gable lays in wait. What is Mysterio looking for? Big elbow drop right to the back of Chad Gable. He goes for the pin. 1, 2. And another kick out by Chad Gable. If there's one thing you can say about Gable, he is resilient. Mysterio is going to have to work for this Cruiserweight Championship. And Gable with a roll-up. With a roll-up, he's playing possum. 1, 2. And Gable with a big, perfect plex to Rey Mysterio. 1, 2. And Gable going to send Mysterio into the corner. He's going to turn him around, and here we go. Chad Gable, roll through. Big German suplex. 1, 2. Mysterio stays alive. Gable can't believe it. And Mysterio trying his hardest to get out of the... just give himself a chance. Big drop kick to the outside. And Mysterio is taking a lot of falls to the outside, and it's got to be hurting him a lot. But it is a safer alternative than being left waiting inside the ring where Chad Gable could lock in that ankle lock at any time. And we see a 7. Rey Mysterio's getting back in the ring. Gable, is he going to get counted out? Oh my God. Chad Gable, is he going to get back in? 9. Chad Gable, this is going to be it. It's going to be a count out. Oh my God! Rey Mysterio has just won the Cruiserweight Championship by countout. This is unbelievable. After all that, Chad Gable cannot beat the 10 count. And we saw that big Rana to the outside where Chad Gable got sent into the announce table. And that was seemingly it. I thought that, Gable was going to be cutting it close. But Chad Gable couldn't beat the count. His legs were too damaged. Chad Gable has been beaten by Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is the new Cruiserweight Champion. And usually titles cannot be won by countout. But as there was no champion's advantage, this was the first match for a title. Rey Mysterio is the Cruiserweight Champion. Cole, let me tell you right off the get, this Jacob Fatu is a bad man, and he is hungry for some gold. He's going to have to go through Seth Rollins, and then later on the end of the night, he's going to have to go through Roman Reigns or LA Knight. But let me tell you, if there's anybody on this roster that can do it, it's the Samoan Werewolf, and he is ready for a fight. And it's very interesting, in the pre-show interview you saw Seth Rollins. He is a very cocky individual. He usually backs it up, but we saw him, he's already looking forward. He thinks he has a certified 100% chance to make it into the finals to compete for the world title. And that he's going to be mating with his former running mate, Roman Reigns. And he says that Roman Reigns doesn't stand a chance this time. No matter what's happened in the past, he has Roman Reigns' number now, and he knows exactly how he's going to beat him. But first, he has to go through the Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu, Seth Rollins, semifinals of the Teddy Long tournament. We're underway. Jacob Fatu goes for a big super kick. They both missed their first super kicks, end up in a lockup. And Seth Rollins with a big punch to Jacob Fatu. And this is what you have to do against Jacob Fatu. You cannot let him be the aggressor in these matches, because he will run wild and he will make it living hell for you right from the jump. You have to get the jump on Jacob Fatu if you want to know how to beat him. And look at Seth Rollins. He's got his feet on the rope. He's trying to steal a quick one, and Jacob Fatu is not going to like that one. And we end up right back in a lockup. Seth Rollins going for back control early. Fatu rolls forward into headlock position. Seth Rollins fighting back up. Big stun to Jacob Fatu. Seth Rollins with a big Russian leg sweep. And Seth Rollins going to the top early. You've got to take risks early. This is for essentially a world title opportunity. And you've got to do what you got to do. Seth Rollins with a crossbody to Jacob Fatu. And Rollins, you see, wasting no time. He hits the crossbody. He's right back up, going to work on Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu with a big running knee to Seth Rollins. A big swing around knee. 1, 2. And Jacob Fatu, you're going to need a lot more than that, Seth, and I think Seth knows it. Seth rolls out of the ring. And Rollins just got Jacob Fatu up in a powerbomb position. And a sit-out powerbomb out of the outside. And Book, you mentioned earlier when Seth Rollins was making his entrance about the interview that Seth Rollins gave earlier. And to be completely honest, oh, and wait, Jacob Fatu's just been busted open. He's been busted open. That leg kick by Seth Rollins looks like it cut open the top left of his forehead. Jacob Fatu is busted open early. But as you were saying, as I was saying, Cole, you mentioned that Seth Rollins interview. I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of overlooking your opponent. You have... Oh, wait, Jacob Fatu with a big DDT, and this is what I'm talking about. You have to go through Jacob Fatu first. 1, 2. Overlooking the Samoan Werewolf out of all superstars is just not a good move. It seemed like Seth Rollins' head wasn't in it. It looks like he just automatically thought he was going to get to Roman Reigns. And I think he's focusing too much on Roman Reigns, because I can tell you 100% that Roman Reigns is not overlooking LA Knight. He is not. He knows that he has to do 2 matches tonight. It's not just 1. And Seth Rollins has got to focus on the one he's in right now, as he is trading blows with Jacob Fatu. Big right hand by Seth Rollins. Big chop by Jacob Fatu. Another right hand by Seth Rollins. Right by Jacob Fatu. Big chop. Fatu gets him. Big punches by Fatu. And this is busting out. Here we go. The Philly crowd is roaring. Rollins gets the upper hand. Oh my God. Shot to the groin. Pedigree by Seth Rollins. Pedigree by Seth Rollins. And look at this. He's already lining it up. Curb stop to Jacob Fatu. Rollins with the cover. 1, 2. Fatu kicks out at 2.5. And Book, you make a great point. As a former wrestler myself, I do not love the Seth Rollins interview. I do not like him getting cocky against anybody. But I will say right now, Seth Rollins had the right game plan. And we're getting another curb stop. He hits him again. Rollins is going at 100 miles per hour. 1, 2. And another kick out by Fatu. This is 100% the right strategy to attack Jacob Fatu. All gas, no brakes, stealing his own catchphrase. You have to catch Fatu off guard. Frog splash, and Fatu gets the knees up. The knees are up. Fatu! And he just chucks Seth Rollins into the ropes. Seth Rollins into all of the ropes, just gets his full body weight set into them. And Jacob Fatu has seemingly just taken control. And Jacob Fatu, he's taken 2 curb stomps already. How is this man still going? He's going to the top rope. And a big splash by Jacob Fatu. He's calling Seth Rollins up. And we're going to see another elevated DDT. Is that it? 1, 2. Seth Rollins at 2.5. And the crowd chanting, this is awesome. And I can agree with you, Philly. This is absolutely awesome. Rollins roll up. He rolls him up. 1, 2. Oh! Jacob Fatu. 1, 2. Oh my God. And Rollins switches it. 1. And Jacob Fatu rolls out of it. Seth Rollins. He's calling Fatu up. He's on the other side of the ropes. We're going to see a springboard. Fatu out of the way. Rollins with a reversal. He's going into the corner. Oh, man. And he sets Jacob Fatu working after the knee, it looks like Rollins is going for. Maybe trying to take the bounce out of that double rope moonsault that you know Jacob Fatu loves to hit. Could be a smart strategy, and we're going to see. Seth Rollins sends Jacob Fatu right into that ring post. And Seth Rollins just stomping out Jacob Fatu. I want you guys to know that the next match of the Teddy Long tournament, the other semifinal, will be next right after this. And then the main event will crown our first world champion of this new era with Teddy Long as GM. And Seth Rollins with a big drop kick. And Rollins definitely has Fatu on the ropes. This is looking very good for Seth Rollins. But just like that, Fatu with a big reversal. And Fatu's got him. With a big body slam to Seth Rollins. He's got him back up. And a big super kick by Fatu. And Fatu lining Rollins up. Rollins doesn't know where he is. Spear! Spear by Jacob Fatu. Rollins out of the way. He rushes him into the ropes. But Fatu sends Rollins. And Fatu is going crazy. He's got the crimson mask. Nothing is stopping him. And Jacob Fatu going to the top. Fatu. Oh my goodness. With a double axe handle to the outside. Oh my God. Jacob Fatu with a pile driver to the outside. Pile driver to the outside. And Seth Rollins has been busted open as well. Jacob Fatu wanted to make Seth Rollins bleed, and he's done it. And Jacob Fatu, is he going to go for it? It looked like he hesitated. After Seth Rollins was working on that knee, it looked like he hesitated on the double moonsault. But here it goes. Double moonsault. He hits it. Jacob Fatu goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, it's Seth Rollins at 2.97. How is Seth Rollins? And here we go. Elevated DDT. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. 1, 2. 3. Jacob Fatu has done it. The Samoan Werewolf. I don't know if you want to call it an upset, but he just knocked off Seth Rollins. And Jacob Fatu officially has an opportunity to become world champ. He is headed to the finals. He is headed to the main event. And this, I think, was the knife, that pile driver to the outside. Rolls Rollins back into the ring. He hits that double moonsault. And somehow, Rollins was able to kick out of that. But I think he used every ounce of juice he had left because Fatu picks him up, hits the elevated DDT, and he puts Seth Rollins down. This is unbelievable. The Samoan Werewolf. We mentioned we thought it was not smart to overlook this man. And Fatu was right. And what a match we just saw there, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading right into the next semifinal match, Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Before we get there, we want to show you this message from the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Y'all really thought this was a competition. LA Knight, you're loud. I'll give you that. You got the catchphrases, the crowd yelling, yeah, like it means something. But when that bell rings, all that noise dies. You see, this isn't a game to me. This is a moment. It's my kingdom. You're standing in the semifinal like you earned it. I own this stage. And later tonight, the finals, main event, the spotlight, it's all mine too. So go ahead, run your mouth while you still can. Because after tonight, nobody's going to be saying, yeah, they're all going to be acknowledging me. And we are getting ready for our second semifinal match of the Teddy Long Gold Rush tournament. And let me tell you, LA Knight, he doesn't look bothered by Roman Reigns' words. Cole, I gotta agree with you. LA Knight has been chasing gold since he arrived in WWE. He's not gonna let a little word stop him. He knows what he has to do tonight. He has to take down the Tribal Chief. Is it gonna be easy? No, because Roman Reigns is one of the baddest men on the planet. But LA Knight, I think, is ready to play tonight. And here comes the Tribal Chief. And you can see Roman Reigns taking it all in. He is one of the most premier superstars the WWE has ever seen. He is a big match guy. He knows when to turn it on, when the spotlight is on him. Like he said, this moment is his. He is doing whatever it takes to get that world title back around his waist. He knows what he has to do. He's beat LA Knight before. The Philly crowd is behind him. We're about to see a good one, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd, you hear them, they're chanting LA Knight. Can LA Knight finally get the job done? Can he advance to the finals? Roman Reigns right off the bat, and LA Knight meets him with a scoop slam, and he's going for the cover already. One. LA Knight was anticipating that Roman Reigns in a big neck breaker. LA Knight! He called Roman Reigns a shot. He saw it coming. He's going to get Roman Reigns into the corner. And Roman Reigns with a neck breaker of his own. And Roman Reigns is just all around a hard superstar to prepare for. Just when you think he's going to zig, he's going to zag. Just when you think he's going to go left, he goes right. Roman Reigns is always ahead of the curve, and that's why he's been able to remain on top for so long in this business. LA Knight, big elbows to the chest of Roman Reigns. LA Knight eating it up a little bit with the crowd. He's going to send Roman into the corner. Big shots to the gut by LA Knight. And he's stomping Roman Reigns out. Roman's going to roll out. LA Knight's actually going to chase him, and that might not have been wise. Roman Reigns with a reverse neck breaker onto the ground. And Roman's going to get... Oh, Roman's going to the top rope. We don't see Roman on the top rope a lot. And a double axe handle right to the back of LA Knight. And as you could see, Roman Reigns played LA Knight like a fiddle there. He got him outside the ring, and now he is going to take control. LA Knight, you saw him sprint out of the ring after Roman Reigns, and that's exactly what Roman wanted him to do, and now he's back in control as he rolls LA Knight back in. He's going to get LA Knight up. LA Knight, big shot to the chest. And he's got Roman Reigns up on his shoulders. Big palmetto slam by LA Knight. LA Knight soaking it in. He's calling Reigns up. He's going to get Roman Reigns into the corner once again. And he's going to stomp him out once again. LA Knight trying to take it all out of Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns in the corner. LA Knight, full sprint ahead. LA Knight, yeah. And LA Knight is hot tonight. But Roman Reigns with a roll-up. LA Knight's got to be careful. 1. And a big clothesline by Roman Reigns. And now Roman Reigns eating it up a little bit. He's got LA Knight on his shoulders. And he's going to send him into the corner with a big snake eyes. Roman Reigns going to repay him with a little medicine. He's going to stop out LA Knight in the corner as LA Knight's going to smartly roll under the bottom rope, get out of the ring. Big shots from Reigns. And big right hands from Reigns sends LA Knight out. And Roman Reigns again going to the top. And a big splash by Roman Reigns to the outside. Again, just something you cannot prepare for because you don't see that out of Roman Reigns every night. And a big boot by Reigns to the outside. And then LA Knight back first onto the outside. LA Knight is in trouble. He's got to take this back into the ring, Cole. And Wade, you mentioned it perfectly. It seemed like Roman almost wanted him to take it to the outside, and that's exactly what LA Knight did. And it benefited Roman, so LA Knight needs to be smarter going forward in this match and not play into the traps that Roman Reigns is setting. Because LA Knight had control when this was in the ring, and LA Knight with a big enziguri. He's calling Roman up. He's calling Roman up. Bate! He hits Roman with the bate! Oh my God. 1, 2. And a kick out at 1. And LA Knight can't believe it. And this is why Roman Reigns is so good. He's so resilient. Roman Reigns, big reversal, and he jumps up. He's got LA Knight in the guillotine choke. But LA Knight right back on his feet. He's gonna throw Reigns off. Reigns, big elbow shots by LA Knight, and he's got Roman Reigns down. LA Knight trying to stay in control of this match. He can't let Roman Reigns get going, because when Roman Reigns gets going, the match gets to ending, baby. We're going to see LA Knight go for back control behind Roman Reigns. Oh, my God. He's got Reigns up. Oh! Oh, my God. He hits Roman. He hits Roman. And they are both out. LA Knight can't capitalize and go for the cover. But that was a devastating move by LA Knight. Big chop by Reigns. He reverses. And he's telling LA Knight, look at this. And they're going at it. The crowd is going nuts here in Philly. Philly is getting treated to one hell of a show right now. Reigns. Oh my God. He throws LA Knight into the ref. And he's got LA Knight up. And it's going to be another Snake Eyes. And Roman Reigns nails LA Knight. He picks him up. Oh, and LA Knight gonna big reversal on the Irish Whip. LA Knight turns Roman around. Oh, and a big shot to the knee of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns reverses right back. And a big boot by LA Knight. And is he gonna go to that middle rope? He is. Big elbow drop by LA Knight. It connects. LA Knight. Could LA Knight do this? He's calling Roman up. LA Knight is in prime position. Here it is. BFT! BFT! Oh my God. 1, 2. Roman Reigns at 2.5. And LA Knight knew he was going to have to do a lot to take Roman Reigns out. But LA Knight is up to the task. He is in full control right now. What does he have to do to beat the Tribal Chief? He's got Reigns up again. Oh, and Reigns is going to get out of this one. He's going to get out of this one. Roman Reigns, big kick to the back of LA Knight. And Roman Reigns, he's got LA Knight up. And he's going to send him into the corner once again. And a big Superman. Oh my God. Roman Reigns off the ropes. Spur. Spur to LA Knight. 1, 2, 3. And Roman Reigns has advanced to the finals. And LA Knight, he hit Roman with everything. He hit 2 BFTs. He hit his middle rope to top rope elbow. He gets caught in the corner, and Roman Reigns just comes at him right away with a Superman into spear combo. And what a match we just seen. LA Knight should not hang his head down for that. He gave it all he had. But in the end, the Tribal Chief, it was just his night. And he is headed to the finals for a chance to become the world champion once again. And you can see Roman Reigns. He's been here before, boys. He knew what it takes. He might have been talking trash, but the OTC backs it up. And what a match we're going to see later in the finals. The first world champion crowned, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. And what a match we just witnessed. Roman Reigns has advanced into the finals, and our main event is set. The Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu taking on the OTC Roman Reigns to crown our very first SmackDown World Champion. But before that, we have a lot to get to, and coming up next, we have the Women's Championship on the line, a title that has been stolen and claimed as her own. She is going to have to step into the Elimination Chamber. That woman is Asuka, and she's got 5 hungry ladies after that belt that want a deserving shot at it and want to become champion the right way. Let's get into it. And the Women's Elimination Chamber is ready to begin. We see our first entrant coming down, Tiffany Stratton, baby. And here's my pick, Cole Jade Cargill. She has been on a warpath since coming over to WWE, and she is hungry for some gold, let me tell you. And listen to the crowd erupt, for Mommy Rhea Ripley is here. And I would not want to see her in the Elimination Chamber, let me tell you, Wade. Let me tell you, the Elimination Chamber is going to be a fun playground for Io Sky. We've seen her in War Games matches. We've seen her in ladder matches. The Elimination Chamber is going to be something fun for Io Sky to cook something up in, let me tell you. And now here is the self-proclaimed Women's Champion. Obviously, due to Teddy Long's orders, Asuka is starting out this match. Due to her actions, every other woman had a random drawing. Asuka is going to have a lot of work cut out for her. But from what we've heard from her, no one's ready for Asuka. They should be worried about her in that Elimination Chamber. And Asuka is going to be starting out this chamber match with the man. And this is the first sanctioned women's title match under Teddy Long's new SmackDown brand. Asuka, Becky Lynch starting out. Asuka has a chance to keep her title. Are you picking her? Wade, I'm going to be honest. I have been in one of these Elimination Chamber matches, as have you. And it is a big disadvantage having to start off this match. You are going to have 4 other ladies coming in this match at different intervals that are going to be much fresher than you, taking a lot less punishment than you. If Asuka can somehow survive this, I'll be honest, I think she's valid. I think I will applaud her for stealing that title and thinking that she deserved it, because if she somehow survives this chamber match, she deserves to be Women's Champion. And as you see, Becky Lynch gets thrown over that top rope. And Becky Lynch sweeps the leg of Asuka. And we see them fighting right by this pod of Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany Stratton is ready to get out of this pod. But we don't know what she's going to be. Oh my God, and a big German suplex by Becky Lynch. Asuka goes sliding into that pod 1. And a big kick out by Asuka. And all 6 of these ladies, very valid competitors to become the first women's champion. And there's a special feeling to that book, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, Wade, I was lucky enough to become the first Intercontinental Champion after it was reinstated by Stone Cold in 2002. And man, it's a special feeling. Even though you're not the first champion, you're the first champion under this new era. You're the first champion since that is recognized under this new brand. And it's a special feeling, and one of these ladies is going to feel that after this Elimination Chamber. I'm just happy that I didn't have to go through an Elimination Chamber to win that, Wade. And here comes Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill running right after Becky Lynch, and she's going to lay out Becky. And a big super kick to Asuka. Jade Cargill going for a cover on Asuka, and that's going to be a kick out. And what are your thoughts on strategy in the Elimination Chamber, Wade? Ultimately, I think strategy can work out for you in the beginning, but in the end, you're going to be having to go against that person anyway. So I think strategy is very helpful in the beginning. If you want to work with somebody, that's your own choice. But in the end, you're going to have to be fighting with them anyway. So I always stuck away from strategy, but I wouldn't mind to see something happening like that in this women's match. And you see Asuka, Jade, Becky, all going at this. Still on the outside, right by these pods. And Asuka. Becky Lynch going to have a big reversal. And a big suplex by Asuka to Becky Lynch. And these ladies all fighting on the outside. You would think they want to get back into the ring, but none of them have any interest in doing that. And a big neck breaker to Jade Cargill. And our next entrant coming out, and here comes Rhea Ripley. Bobby is here, and she is entering into the Elimination Chamber. Here comes Becky Lynch, and her and Rhea Ripley go right at it. And a big face buster by Rhea Ripley. And you see Asuka now working on Jade Cargill. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch in the ring. Rhea Ripley to the top rope. Big flying elbow. Asuka's got Jade Cargill locked in. Rhea Ripley going for the cover on Becky. 1, 2. And a kick out. Big super kick by Jade. We got action all over the place here. This chamber match is for the Women's Championship. All 6 of these ladies battling. And all 5 of them in particular trying to prove that Asuka didn't have the right to steal that title, and that one of them very well could have beat her, because Asuka has the mindset that she is just levels ahead of the competition, and I'm sure that all of these ladies are trying to prove that, no, we are just as good, if not better than you. We could beat you on any single day, and this chamber match is going to prove if Asuka is really on that level. And Jade Cargill, we see climbing up the side of the chamber. Oh my God! And Becky Lynch is going to be out of the way. Jade Cargill with a huge spill on the outside. And Jade Cargill going to get thrown back in the ring. Asuka going to roll up Rhea Ripley. One. And the backslide isn't going to work. Rhea Ripley is now, you might have just made mommy mad. And oh my God, a big headbutt. Asuka's been busted open. But wait, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is going for a cover on Rhea Ripley. 1, 2. And Rhea Ripley kicks out, and here comes Io Sky, the ruler of the sky. And she's going right after Becky Lynch, maybe trying to help her friend Rhea Ripley out. But Becky Lynch is going to rock in a cross armbar. Cross armbar on Io Sky. And Jade Cargill's on the top rope. Asuka out of the way. And Rhea Ripley with a big face buster. And Asuka with a big German suplex to the outside. 1. Jade Cargill with a roll-up on Io. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh my God, and we just seen Rhea Ripley go back first into the post, bouncing off the pod as well. And Becky Lynch, she's got that arm breaker. She got that arm breaker on Rhea Ripley. Is Rhea Ripley going to tap out? She is not. And a roll-up on Rhea Ripley. 1, 2. And Cole, it's so interesting to me how these ladies are just opting to stay on the outside. When me and Book were in the chamber, I can definitely tell you that we did not want to be on the outside. You're just taking far more damage than you have to. And I get you're doing double the damage to everybody, but man, you got to try to, protect yourself a little bit. No one is in the ring right now. This is absolute insanity. Rhea Ripley off the top, and she's going to take a huge spill. In the last entrant, Tiffany Stratton is coming into the match. Becky Lynch is going for the slam. And Becky Lynch, instead of going for the pin, is going to the top. What is Becky going for? And she hits Rhea Ripley off the top. 1, 2. And Rhea Ripley still kicks out. The This Is Awesome chants scouring through the arena, the Wells Fargo Center in Philly. And Cole, we missed it calling the action on Becky Lynch, but oh my God, Rhea Ripley. She's got the pin on Asuka. 1, 2. And that's going to be a kick out. We missed it. Jade Cargill was actually, Io Sky reversed the roll-up on Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill has been eliminated. We have our first elimination, and we missed it. Jade Cargill. The cameraman, I blame the cameraman. The camera crew is just doing an awful job. These ladies are all on the outside. We got to get the camera crew on top notch. You got to be able to catch those things. And there are 5 ladies remaining. Jade Cargill is not one of them. Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley going for it again. And she hits Asuka. Asuka down for the count. 1, 2. Asuka kicks out once again. Io Sky going for the cover. 2. Tiffany Stratton stays alive. And so much action going on in this Elimination Chamber. Big kicks from Becky Lynch. Big lariat. Io Sky going after Tiffany Stratton inside the ring. Oh, and Becky Lynch, she's got that armbar in on Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, can she hang on? Can Rhea Ripley hang on? And she is going to. Rhea Ripley gonna fight out of that. Tiffany Stratton taking Io Sky to the corner head first. These 3 ladies of Rhea Ripley. Oh, but look at Tiffany Stratton. Oh my God. 1, 2. And a double kick out by Becky Lynch and Io Sky. And it's so crazy because Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, the first 3 entrants of the match. Oh my God, an nail slam. Rhea Ripley's down. 1, 2, and Rhea stays alive. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, Becky Lynch, the first 3 entrants to the match, aside from Jade Cargill. So the first 3 of the first 4 entrants, they have been outside fighting this whole time. Becky Lynch off the side of the chamber, taking huge risks. Asuka, Tiffany Stratton's not going to allow it. She's going to go for the cover on Asuka. 1, 2, and Asuka kicks out. And this is the first time in the match we've seen all 5 women inside of the ring. It is insane to say, but it's absolutely true. Big suplex to Asuka. Rhea Ripley looks like she's got busted open. And Becky Lynch gets sent outside of the ring. Tiffany Stratton, big chops to Io Sky. Io Sky has got Tiffany Stratton up. Onto the ropes. And you see Becky, Rhea, Asuka have again migrated to the outside. Io Sky to the top. Io Sky to the top. Moonsault by Io Sky. It's going to be a cover. 1, 2, and Tiffany Stratton stays alive. Asuka hits a code breaker on Rhea. 1, 2, and Rhea stays alive. And it seems like the action is migrating once again inside of the ring. But as I say that, we're going to see Io Sky take a big face buster. Becky Lynch! Rhea Ripley! She's got Becky Lynch up in the electric chair position. Face first! Rhea Ripley goes for the cover on Lynch. 1, 2, and a kick out by Becky. But Io Sky gets rolled up. Tiffany Stratton playing possum. 1, 2. And Rhea Ripley locking in this clover leaf variation. And she can't get Becky Lynch to tap out. Rhea Ripley climbing to the top. Rhea Ripley climbing to the top. Off the top. And a big powerbomb by Tiffany Stratton. Into a standing moonsault on Rhea Ripley. She's going to go for the cover. 1, 2. And Asuka going to the top. She's calling Io Sky up. Big drop kick by Asuka. Io Sky climbing to the top. We see this. What is Io Sky going for? She hits Asuka off of the top of the cage. Tiffany Stratton. 2. And Tiffany Stratton is gone. Becky Lynch has pinned Tiffany. 4 remaining. Asuka, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch set into the corner, into the pod. Oh my God. Oh, Becky Lynch going for an exploder, but she gets rolled up instead. 2. And a big drop kick by Asuka. Asuka sent back into the ring. Io Sky gonna follow to leave Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch still on the outside where they have been the entire match. Io Sky, big chops. Rhea Ripley going to the top. Rhea Ripley off the top and lands right on Becky Lynch. And Asuka, she's got this armbar locked in on Io Sky. This is awesome. Chants rallied through the Wells Fargo Arena. And all 4 women look to be migrating back into the ring. Big chops by Io Sky. Io Sky under the ropes. Io Sky, double stomp on Asuka. Becky Lynch lifting Rhea Ripley up. Oh my God. Io Sky, she's got it locked in on Asuka. Asuka taps! Asuka taps! Asuka, the self-proclaimed women's champion, has just tapped to Io Sky. Io Sky has just proven why Asuka is not levels above in Rhea Ripley. She's got Lynch. 1, 2. And a kick out by Becky. And the crowd absolutely erupts at Asuka being eliminated. And Io Sky sent into the corner by Becky Lynch. Big elbows by Becky Lynch. Working on the arm of Io Sky. Rhea Ripley waiting and wait. Big headbutt. Oh my God. Oh! Rhea Ripley! Is that going to be it? Rhea Ripley waiting and wait for Becky. Here we go. Rhea headset. Is that going to be it? 1, 2. And Becky Lynch survives. How is she surviving? Rhea Ripley with a crimson mask. Io Sky with a big reversal. Oh, and Io Sky bounces Lynch and Ripley's heads. Big chops to Lynch. Io Sky is rallying. Big spinning heel to Becky. Io Sky, he's got Rhea and Becky both in the corner. Io Sky, what is she doing? What is Io Sky doing? She wasted way too much time. Bulldog to Rhea Ripley. Big chops to Becky. She's got to capitalize. Rhea Ripley with a big face buster. But here comes Becky Lynch with the slam. Is that going to be it? 1, 2. Rhea Ripley is gone. Rhea Ripley is gone. It is down to Io Sky and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has been in this match from the beginning. Snap headlock from Io Sky. Becky Lynch getting put into the corner. Io Sky. Scoop slam to Becky. Io Sky going to the top. Could this be it? Io Sky off the top. Oh, Becky gets the knees up off the moonsault. Oh my God, Becky out of the way of the dropkick. Io Sky into the corner. Becky Lynch. Io Sky. Chops. The final 2. The crowd is going wild. But Becky, she's got the armbar. She's got the armbar. Is that going to be it? Is that going to be it? Becky Lynch, she beats us. She makes Io Sky top. Becky Lynch starting in the chamber. She has been in it this whole time. Becky Lynch survives and is the first SmackDown Women's Champion. She took so much damage. She's been in it since the start. Becky Lynch is the first Women's Champion. And Becky Lynch Bravo to her. She took a beating. You can see the damage all over her body, all over her face. She had to go through hell for that women's champion, and she is the women's champion, and she won it the right way, that is serving champion. And what a match we just saw. The Elimination Chamber never disappoints. And now we are headed into tag team action, where we will crown the first tag team champions of this new SmackDown era, where we have a set of brothers competing against each other. The Creed brothers facing the Lucha brothers. Yes, Cole, if you missed SmackDown 2 weeks ago, you would have known that the Creed brothers, the Lucha brothers, and the Usos, another set of brothers, competed in a three-way tag team match. The winner of that match and the team that did not get pinned in that match were set to face tonight. The Usos got pinned by the Creed brothers, and that's how we set up this match. This is going to be very electrifying. We've got completely different contrast of styles. I'm excited to see this one. And the Creed brothers on their way to the ring to try and capture some tag team gold.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 495 pounds, Brutus and Julius, the Creed brothers.
And we've been waiting this since they both arrived in the WWE. The Lucha brothers are back together. And the tag belts on the line. The Creed brothers versus the Lucha brothers. Here we go. We are officially underway. Rey Fenix and Julius Creed started it off in a big overhead suplex from Brutus. From Julius, my apologies. And Cole, I love these kids. I think with the right opportunity, which is where you should be. Where if you're looking for opportunity, SmackDown is the perfect brand for it, and the Creeds are getting that opportunity, and I think they're going to shine tonight. And it's also important to note that this is only the second match the Lucha Brothers are teaming together in the WWE. We saw them reunite for the first time in that SmackDown. I guess it was a qualifying match, and we see the Creeds right here doing a double team shoulder tackle to Rey Fenix. And Brutus going for a big elbow onto the mat. Locking up with Rey Fenix. He goes for back control. Headlock takeover, big punch to the front of the head by Brutus. And you see he lifts Rey Fenix onto the shoulder. He's taking him to the corner. We're going to see some snake eyes head first into that turnbuckle. Brutus going to the middle rope. Rey Fenix already looking for a tag, and it looks like Brutus is almost going to allow it. Brutus is going to allow the tag, and here comes Penta, and Penta goes flying into the post, into the turnbuckle, and Brutus hasn't taken his eyes off Rey Fenix, and he's going to throw Rey Fenix into the corner, but Penta going to intercept Brutus and throw him into the corner with a big chop. Penta, big front kick, sweeps the legs, up top, Brutus up, big super kick to Penta. What a sequence by the brothers. This is a really cool match just because you don't really see it a lot where two brothers are fighting for the tag titles. Not the first time we've seen it, but it definitely isn't something common. And another big belly-to-belly suplex by Julius Creed. And the Creeds in sync right now. Seems like a little more than Lucha Brothers, you know? And another overhead suplex by Julius Creed. Going for a pin on Penta. 1, 2. And that's the thing about tag team wrestling, is it's not something you just leave for years and pick up. You know, eventually it is like riding a bike, and Penta and Rey Fenix are going to get back into it, but it's not going to be immediate. The Creeds have been teaming together non-stop for ever since they arrived in NXT. They have the reps. The Lucha Brothers will get back into it, but it might take some time. You might see some of that rust here tonight. And as a big drop kick by Julius Creed. Julius Creed in full control right now. Gonna see a big Irish whip into the corner. And we're tagging in Brutus again, and you see the Creeds are just on top of everything. And look at this. Oh my God, he's picking up Brutus. Oh my God, into a little handspring splash by Brutus Creed. And Brutus Creed gonna throw Penta right back into the corner. Oh, but Penta with a big reversal. Brutus with a big reversal throws him into the Lucha Brothers corner. And he's got Brutus into the corner. Oh, and Penta licking his chops. Big chop on Brutus. Penta trying to... Big elbow by Brutus. He goes for back control. Penta with a big reversal. He's got the back control. And a big backstabber by Penta. Goes for the pin. One. Kick out by Brutus. Back to their feet. Brutus with a big running shoulder tackle on Penta. Goes for a senton. Penta gets his knees up. He's going to throw Brutus into the corner. And here comes Rey Fenix back into the match. And we see a double backstabber by the Lucha Brothers. Rey Fenix in control. He's going to pick Brutus up. Into the corner again. We're seeing some tag team offense now by the Lucha Brothers. But we're going to see Fenix, and Brutus is going to send him right back into the corner of the Creeds. And here comes Julius back in. Brutus, you see, holding Rey Fenix down. Throws him in over the head of Julius. Julius Creed has been the most dominant in this match so far. And you see, big wrestling slam by Julius Creed, and the straps are coming down from Julius. And you hear the crowd firmly behind the Lucha Brothers as Julius Creed is just handing it to Rey Fenix. Julius Creed going to send Rey Fenix into the corner once again. And this is the Creeds. This is their offense. They want to wear you down. And another big overhead by Brutus. And Brutus has got Rey Fenix up. Off the ropes. And a big boot to the face by Brutus. And now he's got Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix under the legs. Oh my God. Springboard. Oh, and a spinning heel kick by Rey Fenix off of the ropes. Oh, and he goes over top. Penta has to move. And he's going to send Rey Fenix back in. And Fenix head first into the mat. He goes for the pin. One, and Penta comes in to break it up. Penta comes in to break it up. And Brutus, he's going to tag in Julius. Julius has been the man of the match so far. Solemnly in control, has been absolutely dominating the Lucha Brothers. Rey Fenix needs to get a tag. Reverse. The Irish whip is. He Irish whips. Oh, he misses the splash. Julius with another belly to belly. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out by Rey Fenix. And here comes Brutus. And you see the frequent tags in and out, in and out. And that is where the Creeds right now are beating the Lucha Brothers as Rey Fenix reverses the senton. Kick to the knee. Big super kick by Fenix. He's got to get Penta tagged in. He goes for back control over Brutus. Brutus with a big elbow. Big uppercut by Brutus. And Brutus going right back to Julius, keeping the partner that is in the match fresh as possible. Rey Fenix is desperate for a tag. Upstanding moonsault by Julius. What can this kid not do? 2. Rey Fenix kicks out. And right back in, you see him. He hits that moonsault. He goes for the pin. Doesn't work. He tags Brutus right back in. And Brutus with a big shoulder tackle sends Rey Fenix out of the match. And now he's going after Penta. The Creeds are dominating this match. And you see Brutus, he just brought Penta in to throw him right out just to assert his dominance. The Creeds in control. Rey Fenix is back in the ring. But Brutus has got him on his shoulders. Stomach right into the knee, into a senton by Brutus. He's got Phoenix up. And he's got Phoenix up. Over top. Oh my God. 1, 2. And Rey Fenix somehow stays alive. Brutus can't believe it. After hitting that devastating move. And look at Brutus. This is tag team wrestling at its finest. He hits his finisher. Phoenix still down and out. Guess what he does? He goes and tags in Julius. Phoenix needs to get a tag. He's got Julius in the corner. He's got to tag in Penta. Here comes Penta. Penta is in. Here comes Penta. Off the ropes. Big elbow strike. Penta rolls out of the ring. He's going to meet Julius out of there. Sling blade to the outside. Oh my God. And look at this. He's got Julius's arm onto the outside. Cero, Miedo, and he busts Julius's arm. That could be a game changer in this match. And he's got the other arm of Julius. And he just worked on both of Julius's arms. Penta, you gotta get back in the ring. He's looking at the announce table. 7. He's gotta get back in the ring. Julius, he goes into the steps. What is Penta doing? Penta, he knocks Brutus off. The Lucha Brothers are going to win. Brutus is, Julius, oh my God, the Lucha Brothers have won by count. I cannot believe it. The Creeds absolutely dominated the whole match. The Lucha Brothers, one-off strategy though. You have to applaud this. Penta gets Julius out of the ring. And look at this. This is the game changer. He snaps Julius's arm. Cero Miedo. And then sends Julius into the steps. Knocks Brutus off the apron. And the Lucha Brothers have won the tag belts. The Lucha Brothers are the new tag team champs. We just crowned our 3rd new champion/champions of the night, and we are about to crown our 4th. The WWE title is on the line. The Teddy Long Gold Rush Tournament Finals is set. It is Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And we caught up with Roman Reigns after his match against LA Knight. He had some strong words. Let's take it back to him. I told y'all, this was never a competition. LA Knight ran his mouth, he got his moment, and then I ended it, just like I always do. Now, it's the finals. Jacob Fatu. I know what you are. You're dangerous. You're unpredictable. You're bloodline. But don't get it twisted, there's levels to this. You might be a problem, but I'm the answer. Tonight isn't about family. It's about the throne. And I don't share the throne with anybody. So step up, Jacob. Bring everything you've got. Because when it's over, the whole world will be acknowledging me once again. And it is main event time, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be a war. And as you can see, Jacob Fatu wearing the battle scars from his match earlier against Seth Rollins. Both of these men have already competed tonight. This is going to take every ounce of being in your body to win this championship. And it's going to be a member of the Bloodline. A member of, not the group, the Bloodline, but the bloodline of the Fatu family. A bloodline of the Anoa'i family. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, looking to capture gold here. And listen to the ovation. Philly is on its feet once again for the tribal chief. I mean, look at this man, Cole. It looks like he didn't even break a sweat against LA Knight. Fatu's wearing battle scars. Roman looks like he's ready to fight for the first time tonight. The WWE title is on the line. The Winged Eagle is back in business. Roman Reigns wants to edge his name in history as the first WWE Champion of this new era. Jacob Fatu is looking to stop him. Bloodline versus Bloodline. Roman Reigns, Fatu go after each other right from the jump. Here we go. We are underway. Fatu with a big headbutt. Starting off, he's going for the cover already. 1, 2, and it's a kick out at 2. And remember, both of these men have already been through war tonight. They have already both competed tonight, and now they have to fight each other to become the WWE Champion. Roman Reigns up against the ropes. Fatu bounces off the ropes. Big splash onto Roman Reigns. He's going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Roman Reigns. Very interesting strategy, Cole. We're seeing already. Fatu is on Roman Reigns' back right now. He's going for these early pins. He knows Roman is wore out. Roman probably knows the same. He's lifted Roman up for a power bomb. In the middle of the ring, a huge power bomb by Jacob Fatu. Fatu's got Roman up. What is he going to be looking for? He goes for a big super kick. Roman ahead of the game. Fatu with a running super kick after Roman reverses. Roman's back up. Fatu with the big hands. Irish whips Roman into the ropes. Into a big Samoan drop. Fatu is on fire. And he's staying on Roman like white on rice. Keep pandering to the crowd a little bit. Both these guys have big crowd support. Another super kick. Roman Reigns is in trouble here, boys. Roman Reigns is in big trouble. Jacob Fatu. He's got a big elevated DDT. Jacob Fatu. Roman's in trouble, boys. 1, 2. Roman kicks out. No, I'm worried about Roman Reigns. He might have been a little too cocky backstage. We know it worked out in his favor for LA Knight. But Jacob Fatu is on his ass. He misses the spear. He misses the spear. He tries to hit Roman with his own move. Now Roman, he's got Fatu trying to take control of the match. Face first into the turnbuckle. Roman taunting in his face. Jacob Fatu is busted open even more than he was. Goes for back control. Big elbow by Roman Reigns. Big Irish whip into the corner. Fatu. Scoop slam by Roman. Is Roman going to the top? He's going to this middle rope. And he's calling Fatu up. Roman Reigns, you see the battle wounds on his chest already. Big double axe handle. He goes for the cover on Jacob Fatu. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out by Jacob Fatu. And Roman Reigns trying to gain control of this match. Spear! He hits the spear out of nowhere to Fatu. 1, Fatu! Jacob Fatu kicks out of the spear! And wow, you saw Jacob Fatu get up really quick, but Roman Reigns was waiting for it. And now he's got him up for a big power bomb. Jacob Fatu smartly rolls out. Roman Reigns is going to chase him, and he is met with a big super kick. Roman Reigns up immediately, though. He's got Jacob Fatu on his shoulders. Fatu, big reversal. And he sends Roman back into the ring. Philly is on fire for this main event. We've seen 3 champions crowned. We're about to see a 4th big super kick by Jacob Fatu. Fatu lifting Roman Reigns up off the ground. Goes for back control once again. And a big German suplex in Fatu. As you can see, the damage is done on his back. That hurt Fatu just as much as it did Reigns. Reigns is up in the corner. Fatu going towards the corner. Big reversal by Reigns. And he goes, bounces off the other turnbuckle. Big clothesline by Roman Reigns. He's got Fatu up. Roman gonna send him into the other corner. Big shots, big lariats. Big lariat by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns headed to the corner. And here we go. He's calling for the Superman punch. Jacob Fatu is down. Roman Reigns, he's calling for it. He's in the corner. Oh, ah. Spear by Roman Reigns. Spear by Roman Reigns. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, has beaten Jacob Fatu. He's beaten his own bloodline member. He beat LA Knight. He beat Sheamus. He came in here and did exactly what he said he was going to do. That this wasn't a tournament. That he was the only one who deserved to be champion. He predicted the outcome. He followed through. Big Superman punch here by Roman Reigns to set up the spear. Jacob Fatu, I mean, he was just in a war earlier with Seth Rollins. He came into this match busted open. Roman Reigns busted that cut open even more. Probably limited the eyesight of Jacob Fatu. And Roman Reigns is world champ. He is the WWE Champion. He looks great with that Winged Eagle belt. And that is going to do it for the Backlash pay-per-view. What an excellent event we just saw. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like on the video and subscribe to the page to see what happens next week on SmackDown. Let's go, baby!